What is up, wrestling fans? Welcome to another episode of the Smark Moment Smack Talk podcast. This is our main event for episode number 337, which is actually going to be in the future. We're recording this ahead of time, so full disclosure, this is Friday the 11th, and this is going to be coming up like Wednesday or something like that. So any jokes that we make that end up being not timely and very insensitive, blame it on that, if that ends up being the case. I'm your host, as always, Tony Mango, and joining me on this edition, we've got Callum Wiggins.
What's up?
And Robert DeFelice.
Fire up that motorhead, because it's time to play the game. Yeah.
Yes, indeed. We are doing another edition of Play the Game, the wrestling game night show kind of thing that we've got going on, where we've done two of these in the past, and Callum has been a part of both of them, right?
Yes, this will be my trio.
Third time's the charm. To win nothing.
Yeah, I'm still waiting for my check from the last one.
You'll get a box of rice-a-roni. That's how it works. But Robert's never done this before.
I've never done this.
That means I need to give a little bit of a breakdown to not only him, but also anybody who is just coming on this for the first time, or those who just don't necessarily remember because they don't study this stuff as much as I do because it's not their life. We've got a couple different wrestling themed games, I should say, and we actually got a new one this time around too. Although it's not really necessarily a new one, it's an old one that's coming back and, that kind of a thing. But the breakdown of these games themselves, Blind Tag is a game where it's a lightning word association round of me giving some kind of a prompt, and whoever I call on has to give their immediate response, no matter what it is. If it's something that has nothing to do with anything, then that's just the way that it goes. So if you were to take this in a non-wrestling capacity, you could say something along the lines of like, what's your favorite fruit? And somebody has to go pineapple, that kind of a thing, without thinking about it. These questions, of course, are going to be wrestling themed, so there's not going to just be that, but who knows? Maybe if I ask like the best finisher of all time and somebody goes pineapple, then hey, that's what happens. We also have Smark's Choice, which is a parody of Sophie's Choice, where you have to pick between two different wrestlers, or whatever the case may be, and one of them has to be erased from history entirely. Everything that they have done, every match that they have had, every influence they've had on the wrestling industry and pop culture in general, the other one gets to stick around. Well, that's a little bit worse than Sophie's Choice when it comes to, like, you have to pick which one of your kids going to die because they don't get erased from history. You don't disremember them and all that other kind of stuff. But that's how we amp up the game a little bit. We have Superstar or Pornstar, or Pornstar or Superstar. I never really clarified which one I want to call that. But that's where I or anybody else who wants to pitch something throws out a name, and the rest of the panel has to decide whether or not that sounds like a porn star or a superstar. We have the equivalent of marry, fuck, kill, which is wed, bed, or dead, where you have to pick one person to marry, one person to fuck, and the other person to kill out of a list. And we also have the new game, which is tap out. And if you followed us from the Monday Night Raw post show, then you remember tap out. We actually did one episode of something called Tap Out on Smark Moment before, but that is what we are eventually renaming to Split Crowd. So it's not the debate show. Instead, it is going to be a thing where the person who prompts the other people gives them a list of things that they have to start naming, and in this case, the two other people that are going to be doing it have to go back and forth and name something on that list. So to do that, if you have to name, say, every wrestler named Michael, then you have to go with, like, Michael this, Michael that, Michael that. And then eventually, whoever can't think of one in the span of however many seconds, should probably figure out how long that should be. I didn't think about that. What do you think? 10 seconds?
Yeah. Are we going to do it back and forth on the mic, or are we going to type in the Skype chat?
On the mic.
Okay.
So every 10 seconds, maybe we'll make it 5 if it ends up being like, we're going too long here or something like that. I don't know. Whoever can't think of it or thinks of a wrong answer, then they get the old type of buzzer. So I'm going to start things off real quick with, I'm going to blind tag you, Robert, just to get things started. What is the best super heavyweight?
The Big Show.
All right. Callum, did you think of something at that spot?
Yeah, I thought it was a Big Show as well.
I had written down a note well in advance when I first started to play the game. This is one of the questions we didn't do yet. And when I had originally thought of that prompt, I had thought Bam Bam Bigelow, oddly enough.
Very athletic, big man.
Not a bad choice. I mean,
Would you consider him a super heavyweight? He didn't cross my mind as a super heavyweight.
yeah, he's pretty big.
I like Bam Bam.
Is he super enough to be a super heavyweight?
I liked Bam Bam. I thought he was pretty super. He could have been a world champion.
He was a super guy, I'm sure.
He was a world champion in ECW.
No,
he
doesn't count.
He was a television champion. He
He was only television champion. I thought he was a world champion or something.
never got the world title.
Wow, that sucks. You know what? Let's do another blind tag. I'm going to pitch this one to Callum first, but Robert, you think of an answer for it too? First wrestler you think of when I say this word. Pills.
Brian Pillman.
That's who I thought of too.
Oddly enough, that's how I thought. I was
Pill with a name.
I was like, I wonder if anybody's going to go with the idea of like, you know, some pill pusher, drug addict. And everybody just goes, Pillman.
Well, we did for both.
Well, unfortunately.
Well, we actually went with the Pill Man. So. It's pretty funny.
You want to get chucked one, Tony?
Yeah, sure.
Okay, so favorite jobber.
I ended up thinking of Brooklyn Brawler.
Barry Horowitz.
Yeah, I like Horowitz better.
I would have gone with Heath Slater as my one.
You know, it's funny when you said favorite. The first thing that popped in my mind before you even said jobber, for some reason, since we mentioned him the other day, I just thought Hooven Dude. I'm like, oh no, I'm gonna go with Hooven Dude.
All right, blind tag. I'll pitch it to Tony first. First wrestler that comes to your mind when I say the word SummerSlam.
Shawn Michaels. 1994.
I actually thought Brock Lesnar, just because the 2002 one where he won the title for the first time.
I would have also said Shawn Michaels. I think you're thinking of the 95 ladder match with Razor.
95, yeah. Yeah, blue tights.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that was the one where the finish got completely fucked up because he just couldn't climb a ladder properly.
No, he couldn't pull the belt down. He got up the ladder and he kept trying to pull the fucking belt down and it wouldn't go.
And then he's just kind of like, God damn it, son of a bitch, this is fucking working. Actually, Bruce Pritchard talked about that on Something Else to Wrestle With, and that was actually a pretty interesting story. He was saying that, like, in his mind, and I agree with him, that ended up making it better because it was like, you kind of went like, oh my God, and he couldn't even get it down this way, and you're like, nowadays you're smart enough to be like, oh, that wasn't planned. But, you know, for me as a kid watching that, I was just kind of like, oh, that's cool, like, he even tries to do that, and the belt sticks around, and then, of course, after that match, they're like, yeah, like, let's not hang the belt up that way anymore.
My favorite thing about that match is the stories that have come out later that right before they went out to the ring, they were told, like, okay, you can't use the ladder as a weapon.
Yeah, like, how dumb is that?
That's so fucking crazy. But yeah, that match is great.
So we'll go back and we'll visit Blind Tag again, since we don't have to do these in, like, order and stuff. But I have a Smark's choice for you guys. You gotta erase one of them from history, as much as it sucks. The Legion of Doom or the Hardy Boys?
God damn it.
I started out with the hard one.
I guess as much as I love them, Hardy Boys.
Likewise.
I think if you'd have asked me this 2 or 3 years ago, I would have gotten rid of the Hardys without too much of a question. Mainly because I haven't been a huge fan of Jeff Hardy's throughout his career anyway. I think he's massively overrated. But since the broken stuff, I appreciate Matt Hardy a lot more, so I'd delete the Legion of Doom.
See, I'd keep Legion of Doom because of their track record in, like, the past, where they were, like, so damn popular. And I kind of think the most part, the Hardy Boys, they have, like, the TLC match is, like, a third of theirs, and it's less that you erase from history, I think, than Legion of Doom. It's so much easier if it's Legion of Doom or Demolition. It's like, oh, you erase Demolition.
I don't know. See, that's a weird one for me. I really like Demolition. I'd have a hard time with that.
I'd only feel sad about erasing their theme. I love that
Here-
theme.
Dun 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 dun.
Here comes the
I'm-
axe, and here comes the smasher, and here comes the crusher, and it's like just keep doing that for 20 minutes, and here comes Bob Backlund, and here
I just think it feels wrong to delete Matt Hardy from history when he's deleting everyone else. So,
well, you can't delete them, then you backspace them.
God damn it, Tony.
You go back in time. That's how you do it. Let's see here. Let's go with another Smark's choice. I'm gonna go with one that we've done before, but I'm gonna bring it up to Robert because he didn't get a chance to pick this one. This is a hard one too, I would think. Trish Stratus or Lita?
See, this is only a hard one because if you're erasing one, you're erasing a good majority of the others. However, I'm gonna say erase Trish because Lita had enough of a name outside of her stuff with Trish, I think.
I think I had originally gone with erase Lita, and I think I'd stick with it because
yeah, I think I went the same way as well.
All right, I got a Smark choice for you guys. We just did the Mount Rushmore. So, if you have to erase one completely, Ric Flair or The Rock?
Fuck.
The previous one we did Ric Flair and Stone Cold,
Yeah, that was a hard one.
and
too.
that was actually well, that's easier for me to do now than this one, which is weird to say, but I think I'd still delete The Rock and keep Ric Flair, just because his influence on professional wrestling for such a huge span of time, and like to what wrestling is today, just is bigger than The Rock, and Rock's influence on wider culture is definitely a lot bigger, but I don't really care as much about wider culture as I do professional wrestling, so I'd keep Ric Flair.
I like that argument. Delete Ric Flair. Or delete The Rock.
I like that argument. I'll go completely against.
Okay, delete one from history. The British Bulldog or Owen Hart?
I hate to say it, but I'm gonna get rid of Bulldog.
Yeah, Owen could have been so much more than he was, and I don't want to. Part of me wants to delete him from history because so you don't have to suffer the tragedy of losing him, almost, because he wouldn't have existed. So you don't have to watch his demise. But almost like watching Bulldog's demise is almost as sad as well. Like two of the biggest wrestling tragedies of all time.
All right, I got one more for you guys. This should be interesting. Delete one from history. Vince Russo or Dixie Carter?
Dixie Carter. Definitely get rid of Dixie.
Well, it's an interesting thing because I delete Vince Russo because if you do delete Vince Russo, it's likely that you would never need to delete Dixie Carter because TNA probably wouldn't have existed.
Yeah, but then you get rid of the good things that Russo actually did do. He did a lot of bad things, but he contributed towards an era that was good too.
See, I kind of go against something because I've been watching along with like old Attitude Era Raws because they're doing stuff on like the Wrestling Observer where they do the retro shows and things like that. And Attitude Era Raw is bad, and you shouldn't watch it. You should never go back and watch that stuff because the only good things on it are things that are involving DX, The Rock, or Steve Austin. And maybe Vince Russo did have influence in that sort of side of things, but everything else is just really like trash television. So I wouldn't. I think Raw probably would have been just as good, if not better, without Vince Russo ever touching it.
I agree with Callum.
Huh. I just look at Dixie Carter and I go, well, I don't think she contributed anything positive at all.
Oh no, she definitely didn't. But I just go along the lines of, if you get rid of Vince Russo, TNA probably never has to exist, and then you can bypass her completely. But if you go along the lines of like TNA is definitely going to exist or not, it becomes a lot tougher of an argument.
Blind tag to both of you guys at the same time. Best animal in wrestling.
Damien.
Oh, I can't remember the name, but the parrot that was on Coco Beware.
Frankie.
Frankie, yeah, Frankie the parrot.
That's the one I thought of, even though I don't like it at all.
No, I don't like it either. It's just like I should have gone with Matilda.
Yeah, you are the British one. God, Callum, come on.
Technically speaking, you probably could have also said Batista.
Or you could have said the Road Warrior.
Yeah. Or, I mean, since there's no rules to anything, you could have just said pineapple, like we were talking earlier. Let's pivot to a Wed Better Dead. This is gonna be like an hour-long podcast, so we have plenty of stuff that we can fuck around with and stuff. But I'm gonna put this Wed Better Dead out for you guys. You gotta pick one to marry, one to fuck, and one to kill. You got Scotty Too Hottie, Grandmaster Sexay, and Rikishi.
I hate you.
Damn it, that's on my list.
Why? For just the sheer sake of saying you're a Samoan by marriage, I'm marrying Rikishi. God. And then I just don't want to play.
Okay, I'll give you a bit of a reprieve to think about it a little bit more. So I'll do the same as Rob and marry Rikishi because he was the most famous of the group of them and has the Samoan heritage to him. I'd fuck Scotty Too Hottie because I would be keen to see how he employs the worm in the bedroom.
You stole my rationalization for that one.
And then I'd kill Grandmaster Sexy because he's already dead to his father anyway, so it doesn't really matter.
Jesus. Well, I'm gonna. I guess I'll do the inverse of Callum and fuck Brian Christopher because everybody needs love and apparently he doesn't get enough. And I'll kill Sky Too Hottie because somebody has to die.
I thought you were gonna say fuck Grandmaster Sexay because he's already used to getting fucked. Let's switch it over to a women's one. We just had the crumbling, so to speak, of this one, but we've got Absolution, Paige, Mandy Rose, and Sonya Deville. They still haven't decided on that, have they?
I think it's Sonya.
I still keep hearing both.
So are we
to
presume in this scenario that Sonya Deville isn't a lesbian?
Well,
because it makes it a little bit difficult.
Really, that was my rationale for killing her because she wouldn't want to sleep with me or marry me. So, like, you're out.
Let's work under the assumption that there's some kind of a spell. I guess I don't know.
or I mean, we can rationalize it and say for this discussion, she's bisexual.
Yeah, there you go. We're not pulling a Bill Cosby or something on her. It's not one of those things.
See, I at least thought of something more lighthearted, Tony.
Yeah, well, I'm a terrible person, so. Now, under Wed Better Dead spells, everybody is in full agreement of everything, including the kill, I guess. Just, okay, kill me. Here's a gun.
So, in this scenario, I marry Paige because she has the most money and the most notoriety. I kill Sonya Deville because I find her the least attractive, and I fuck Mandy Rose because who wouldn't fuck Mandy Rose?
Yeah, marry Paige, fuck Mandy, and kill Sonya. Even though I do think Sonya's attractive, but not as attractive as Mandy and not as rich as Paige. So there we go.
See, I don't know. Part of me is thinking kill Paige.
Part of you is always thinking kill Paige.
Yeah, Tony, that's not a surprise.
Just put her out of her misery. Or, but then part of me's also thinking maybe she gets to fuck, because, we know that she's, fun.
Yeah.
But
I wouldn't trust her. Sonya Deville in the bedroom because like she's an MMA fighter, so she might get me in a hold at some point. And I'll be in a lot of trouble.
At the very
Hair up
least,
and square, kid.
the marry or the fuck goes to Mandy Rose. One of those two.
Yeah.
And then it's just kind of a toss-up.
Should I pivot from this one then to do the wet bed or dead for the Riot Squad?
Oh, wow.
That was on my list as well. Let's see.
I'll go first because this one's pretty easy. Fuck Liv, marry Ruby, and kill Sarah Logan.
This one's tough for me. I don't want to marry or fuck Ruby Riott or Sarah Logan. And for that matter, I don't want to marry Liv Morgan.
Wow, you're really burying these women.
Like Liv Morgan is without a doubt the better looking one of the two. Like better than one of the three. I'm not even counting all them. But I don't know if I dig her personality in the slightest bit. Sarah Logan, I'm not attracted to, and
we all know how you feel about Ruby Riott.
Cannot stand Sarah Logan's accent and stuff, and then Ruby Riott is just it's not my thing.
God, I didn't realize this would be the biggest struggle.
This is bigger than a bigger of a struggle than Smark's choice. All right, I think I'm gonna go marry Riott, fuck Morgan, kill Logan, because at least with Riott versus Logan, I don't have to hear that accent. That accent's really bad. I really don't like that.
I'd go for that configuration as well, just because I don't know if either of you guys seen like the latest, what was one of the most recent Up Down Downs with Ruby Riott, and she's got a really like fun personality, so I think I can get along well with her.
I actually skipped that just because it was Ruby Riott. I was like, I'm not gonna watch the Ruby Riott one.
That was my rationale. I figured I'd get along best with Ruby.
I don't think I would get along with any of them. Like, legitimately, like, I think that, like, they're probably all three, like, nice girls and everything like that. Like, you know, I make fun of the fact that, like, I don't like Ruby Riott's style and I don't like Sarah Logan's style and whatever, but, like, they're probably all nice people. But I just do not think I would get along with any of them. And for that matter, I still don't understand how the three of them get along, because it just seems like styles clashing in so many different ways.
All right, I got one. Wed, Better, Dead. Renee Young, Kathy Kelly, and Dasha.
Curious why you went with Dasha instead of Charlie. It would have been a lot harder with Charlie in there. Let's see. Renee, Kathy, and Dasha?
Yeah.
I'm unfortunately going to have to kill Dasha, even though I like Dasha. She's underrated, too.
No, you don't kill Dasha. You deactivate the robot.
And I'm gonna marry Renee and fuck Kathy.
And I would have the same configuration because Renee seems like an awesome person, and Kathy's really hot.
I might go fuck Renee and marry Kathy because Renee Young's married to Dean Ambrose, so she's probably into some weird shit. So. So you go with the fuck on that one.
That's kind of like an even trade-off. Like, I think that they're both... I think Renee Young's better looking in, like, her face, but Kathy Kelly's got a better body. And I think that they have, like, equal personality. So it's kind of like, they're 50-50 to me. Like, I'd be cool with marrying and fucking both of them.
Yeah, I just see Kathy as the American Renee Young.
Yeah, kind of. Let's see. I'll go with Pornstar or Superstar for you guys.
My favorite.
I'm gonna go actually 3 in a row for these, just because why not?
Why not?
Aisha Sunshine.
Oh God! If that's a wrestling name, that's a really terrible wrestling.
Yeah, that's got to be a porn star.
I'm gonna go wrestler for that one.
That one's a wrestler.
Get out of here.
I don't know anything about her, because I read this list up a long time ago, but...
I thought for like it's the sort of name you go, oh, that's a terrible name. What self-respecting porn star would give herself that name? I usually go by that logic. If it's something that I don't think a porn star would lower herself to do, then it must be a wrestler's name.
Let's see. Okay, I think I got one of them on this list here. Texas Red.
That's a wrestler because I know who that is.
I mean, that's kind of made it a bit easy for me to say wrestler then at this point. So
It's The Undertaker.
yeah, I thought that was
Oh, that one's weird as hell. All right, here's another one. Pandora Dreams.
That's a porn star, buddy. Come on. There's no way that's a wrestler.
Yeah, I'd probably have to go porn star on that one.
That one is a porn star.
Okay.
I don't know.
wanna
To
try-
me, that's like you never know.
I want to try this one on Tony. Rob, I would obviously, you can obviously, if you don't know the answer to it, but I think you probably know it. I just want to try it out on Tony to see if he knows or not. So, superstar or porn star, Tennille Dashwood.
Oh, that's Emma.
Aha, see.
Okay.
I thought I could trick you with the wood in the name.
How about this one? Amy Weber.
Oh, that was
Both.
JBL's assistant.
I'm gonna go with both. I'm sure she did porn too.
Yep, she's both. Fuck it, I'll do another one here. Alexis Rose.
Ooh.
Porn
Star,
Oh.
but
You're both going porn star?
yeah.
She is married to Jack Gallagher, and she is a wrestler.
Oh,
Okay.
wow. Good on him then.
All right, so let's do our first, or at the
Ever.
very least, maybe our only, I don't know, our tap out that I've got. And I've got
I'm excited for this.
17 options here.
17.
So it's not going to go on forever. But we're going to go back and forth, and you guys got to do the whole thing like that and stuff like that. Pick a number between 1 and 10. We're going to figure out who does like the evens, odds type of things like that.
7.
4.
All right, it was an odd number. I picked 5. So, Robert, you get to go first. Let's start naming people who have won Money in the Bank.
The Miz, Dolph Ziggler.
Oh, no, you one at a time.
One at a time.
Oh,
Back and forth.
okay. All right.
All right, so now you got to name 2, Callum.
Oh, so he's done the Miz and Dolph Ziggler. Okay, then. So I go Seth Rollins and John Cena.
All right, one at a time now, Robert.
Kennedy,
Edge.
Punk,
Jack Swagger.
Sandow,
Dean Ambrose.
Corbin,
1, 2,
Carmella.
3. 1,
Rob
2,
Van Dam,
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So the ones
Damn,
that
I was so
were,
confident with that one.
I think the ones that were missing off this list are Alberto Del Rio.
Oh, of course I don't remember that fucker.
Did anybody say Daniel Bryan?
No. What?
No,
No. Wow.
Sheamus. Oh yeah, Miss Sheamus as well.
Sheamus.
Sheamus, Kane,
I forgot about Kane.
and Randy Orton.
It's so
Wow.
much easier. It's so much easier when there's not the pressure on.
I know exactly.
Can I try one with you two?
This is gonna be terrible, but yeah, sure.
Okay, so I just want to check how many people are on this list.
I'll probably get 2 in and not get it.
So this list has 15 on them.
Okay.
Technically, actually, it's 13 because I just saw something different. So it's 13 actually. I think we'll let Tony start. just because Rob won the last one. Give him a fighting chance. So, back and forth, name the NXT champions.
Bo Dallas,
Neville,
Big E,
Sami Zayn,
Seth Rollins,
Kevin Owens,
Shinsuke Nakamura,
Finn Balor,
Samoa Joe,
Aleister Black,
Bobby Roode,
Andrade Cien Almas.
Drew McIntyre.
God, you got all of them. That's
Yes!
Yeah.
that's impressive. Good,
I'm
good on-
retiring undefeated. No, I'm just kidding.
I think, honestly, Tony, I think you made a bit of a tactical error by going with Bo Dallas first.
as soon as I said that, I was like, crap, he's the one that anybody would have forgotten. I really shouldn't have. I should have kept that in my back pocket, but.
Yeah.
All right. Name.
Have you got the
I-
list up, first of all, before you do this?
Well, I know this list off the top of my head.
Who's
People
going
that the-
first?
I'll start with you, Tony. People The Undertaker has wrestled at WrestleMania.
Jake the Snake,
Kane,
Triple H,
Shawn Michaels,
Brock Lesnar,
John Cena,
Ric Flair,
Giant Gonzalez,
Roman Reigns,
Bray Wyatt,
Jimmy Snuka,
King Kong Bundy,
Big Show,
Diesel,
Albert,
technically A-Train, but I'll give it to. Big Boss Man,
One, two,
Randy Orton,
Mark Henry,
Sid,
Batista,
one,
fuck,
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7,
fuck.
8,
Why can't I think of any more?
9, 10.
yes.
Ah,
I
All right.
believe
CM Punk as well.
CM
You-
Punk, god damn it.
You were missing CM Punk, Bray Wyatt, Shane
I said
McMahon.
Bray Wyatt.
Yeah, he got
Is
Bray
it-
Wyatt.
Well, you're missing CM Punk, Shane McMahon, and
The Rated R Superstar, Edge.
yeah, and you're missing Edge.
Edge, damn it, and I fucking love that match too. Why didn't I think of
Uh,
that one? That's one of my
did pretty
favorite WrestleMania matches.
Did pretty well, though, considering how many matches he's had.
I kept thinking Kamala, and I'm like, he didn't wrestle him at WrestleMania. Like, and then I was like, oh, Yokozuna. Then I'm like, no, that wasn't WrestleMania either. Then I
Oh.
was like, oh, wait, Bret Hart. No, that was Royal Rumble. And I'm like, god damn it.
By the
Hmm.
way, for such a legendary streak, that is a shit list.
It got a lot better towards the tail end of it.
Towards the end, it gets better, but the early beginnings of that is just dreadful.
All right, I got a superstar or porn star,
Okay.
and actually, no, I'm gonna go with this one instead. Penny Flame,
That's Pornstar.
Wrestler.
porn star.
Oh. Damn.
You know what would be really fun is to do this to a non-wrestling fan and be like, superstar or porn star, Ember Moon.
You could even show pictures of some of them, and they'd be like, I don't really know. Show them a picture of like Ashley Massaro or something like that, and they'd be like, it's porn star. Then you're like, yeah, technically, kind of.
Which wrestler do you think now has the most like porn star name?
The Velveteen Dream.
Yeah.
Mandy
quite a good one.
Rose, I think.
Yeah, I'd probably go with someone like Alexa Bliss probably has quite a porn star
Yeah,
name.
that one does too.
Yeah.
Alicia
guess-
Fox.
I guess since I said her first, and it came to my mind first, Ember Moon.
There's a lot that do. Not like Sarah Logan, because that's like, or like any of the ones that sound like normal people,
Mm.
like Paige. It's like, okay, that's not going to be a porn star. But like, you throw in, say, even like Ronda Rousey kind of sounds like it a little bit to me.
That'd be Ronda Rousey.
Yeah, there you go. That's our porn star equivalent.
Blind tag.
Okay.
Tony. What's the best WrestleMania?
Oh, I thought of 12 for some reason. Why did I think of 12? I guess it's because it's my childhood.
Rob,
Totally isn't, though.
Yeah, Rob.
19.
See, that's the one I go to as well. It's quite weird that none of us went for 17, but I always go 19 as my go-to.
I think that 17 is a little overrated.
Well, what were the headlines for those two?
The headline for 17 was the
Rock
Austin. Yeah, the match
where Austin turns.
Yeah, so the end of the Attitude Era essentially, and then the main event for 19 is Brock Lesnar and Kurt Angle.
Oh, right, that's right. Yeah, see, I wasn't watching it for either of those, so I don't have that like emotional tie, and I actually don't think I've watched either of those WrestleManias all the way through.
You're really missing out then with those two.
All right, blind tag. What's the most underrated WrestleMania?
I thought of 14. Why am I sticking around that time frame?
It's because that's when you were watching when you were a kid.
Yeah, so but you would have thought I would have at least thought of like 24 or something.
See, 24 is the one that went in my head immediately.
I like 24. My answer would be WrestleMania 21.
That was
WrestleMania Goes Hollywood.
That ended with Triple H and Batista, but it's got the Taker Randy match and the Shawn Michaels Kurt Angle match.
And Cena winning his first world title.
Yep.
And that's the one that has that awesome like people doing movie impressions and stuff at the beginning of that. I like that a lot.
Yeah.
Blind tag to both you guys at the same time. Best entrance theme.
Shawn Michaels.
Yeah, I thought Shawn Michaels as well, and I don't agree with that for a second. It just popped into my head. It's like the actual best entrance theme is Nakamura's new one, but I just thought Shawn Michaels for some reason.
I had originally written down Bret Hart.
I love that theme song.
Fundamentally just perfect. That like build up, the world. Like as soon as you hit that first note, you know who's coming out, and then you get the build, and then you get the actual like melody that you can sing along with and stuff like that. Love that theme. Smark's choice for you guys. You gotta pick. Oh, let's change this up a little bit. Actually, no, I'm not gonna go. I'm gonna say that one. Instead, let's go with you gotta erase one of these two. And you have to erase either William Regal or the Iron Sheik.
Ooh.
All right, let's just be real here. They would have found somebody else for Hulk Hogan to beat. Sheik, go away.
Yeah, I can't in good conscience delete William Regal.
Yeah.
History. He's just too good and too interesting a person.
I'd sadly maybe erase Regal because Iron Sheik is a mess and it's hilarious. I don't want to lose Iron Sheik.
Yeah, but I don't want, like, if you delete William Regal, then Iron Sheik could be the general manager of NXT, which admittedly would be hilarious. But
yeah, you're kind of selling me on this now.
I like the credibility Regal brings to the role.
All right, Smark's choice. One has to be deleted. Either the Nexus gets deleted, or you delete Dolph Ziggler.
Get rid of the Nexus.
Yeah, you get rid of the Nexus. Even if I hate Dolph Ziggler, it's just a sense of like, it's just the sense that the Nexus, like, I don't want it around because it had so much great potential, and it was completely wasted. So I just want to pretend that never actually happened.
I was trying to think of another storyline or faction with that much potential that was wasted, but when I thought wasted potential, Dolph Ziggler popped out of my mouth. So I just said that.
I thought you were going to go with the Nexus or the Core, which is like, get rid of the Core.
I almost did, though.
You get rid of the Nexus or the new Nexus.
Oh, God. The new Nexus. That was so dumb.
What about this Smark's choice, which is a slightly different take on it? You have to delete this, like, from the entirety of history. SummerSlam or Survivor Series?
Survivor Series.
I think I'd get rid of SummerSlam.
Why?
It never feels like it's as important to me as it should. This is supposed to be their second biggest pay-per-view of the year, and by the time it comes around, I always end up looking at it and going, that was just slightly better than normal pay-per-view, or sometimes not even. And with Survivor Series, we've got a cool gimmick.
That they don't utilize as much, though.
No, but they have in the past, and that's probably the same reason I go there, because Survivor Series feels like it has a purpose attached to it, whereas SummerSlam, you just call it anything. The fact that it happens in the summer is the only reason it's called SummerSlam. There's nothing else tying it to that name.
All right, so here's one where you're going to erase something with a negative connotation. So you either erase...
That's a good twist.
SummerSlam 97, where Austin breaks his neck, or you erase Royal Rumble 98, where Shawn Michaels breaks his back. What do you do?
Erase Austin breaking his neck. Shawn Michaels breaking his back, that sucked, but he came back. And he ended up still having great matches and everything like that. And he arguably, that might have saved his life. Because he got to a point where he had to, like, change his ways and stuff. Austin breaking his neck, all it did was fuck him up.
Yeah, I completely agree with that side of things. Without Austin breaking his neck, he gets a run which extends into the mid 2000s, maybe even later. So,
and has better matches too.
Yeah, exactly. He doesn't have to change his style so much to become just a brawler that has 5-minute matches or anything like that. Not that he didn't have great matches towards after that point, but he certainly would have been in a lot less pain. So I definitely would go with that.
I'm gonna play devil's advocate here and say, if I'm going to erase Shawn Michaels breaking his back, because if Austin doesn't break his neck, I don't think Austin stuns McMahon. Austin doesn't stun McMahon. I don't think we get what catapulted them to the top of the industry.
Possibly, but I also go lines that if you delete Michaels' back injury, Austin doesn't get to the top because Michaels is always holding him down. Potentially, because Michaels is a politician. Was the biggest politician behind the scenes. So
I think Austin gets that belt at WrestleMania either way.
I mean, I've heard enough about stories that Michaels was desperate to keep hold of the belt, even though he knew he was retiring afterwards. So can't 100% buy into that logic, unfortunately.
So I've got two names here. One of them is a porn star. One of them is a superstar. You have to pick which one's which. You've got Scarlet Knight and Simply Luscious.
So
I'm gonna go with Simply Luscious is the wrestler and Scarlet Knight is the porn star.
I'm gonna go the opposite, just because I think you're doing a reverse psychology thing.
Simply Luscious is also known as Veronica Stevens and is a superstar.
Yeah, that's what I figured.
Scarlet Knight is the porn star.
Damn it. Doing reverse psychology.
That's exactly the point. Or was I?
Those are the hardest. Those are the hardest to do, the superstar or porn stars.
Yeah, it's definitely hard.
Yeah.
I would go for a We're Better or Dead. I'll go with a favorable one to start with. So these are three women's wrestlers who have been linked with John Cena in the past. So we've got Nikki Bella, Mickie James, and Carmella.
Wait, in what way has Carmella been linked to John?
Oh, there was rumors going around recently that, because apparently there was a rumor going around that John Cena was dating another person from the Total Divas cast, after breaking up with Nikki Bella, and people were speculating it's Carmella. So even though that rumor's been unfounded, I couldn't think of another wrestler that he'd been attached to, so we just went with Carmella.
Could be Maria. Carmella makes sense. Modern type of thing. The only one I know for sure I would do is marry Mickey. But, I mean...
Even in this game, Nikki Bella can't get a ring.
Oh, poor
Um,
Nikki. She might get fucked though. So that's at least some consolation prize. That's tough because I think that like Carmella, I don't know. I don't like Nikki's personality all that much.
Yeah, see, that's my issue. And even if it's just for the reality shows, that did a good enough job of convincing me that she's a very materialistic person. So I can't, because it just doesn't mesh with me. So I would fuck Nikki, marry Mickey, and I guess kill Carmella, even though Carmella is really good looking.
I'd marry Mickey, fuck Carmella, because there's always the chance with her friendship with Bailey that you get a threesome out of it as well. And then you have, and then you have kill Nikki Bella.
This guy's winning the game.
I'm always thinking one step ahead. That's why you have to do this.
I think I'd go fuck Nikki, kill Carmella. Because at least it seems like Nikki is potentially a freak. Like there like a whole episode that revolved around her like losing her vibrator or something like that on the road, or like something like that or whatever.
What?
Whereas there's a chance that Carmella might not be as fun. Maybe she's a little stuck up or something. I don't know. I don't know too much about Carmella's personality and stuff because I haven't seen her on Total Divas, and that's fake as hell anyway. But
Well, she used to date Big Cass, so size matters to her.
that doesn't seem like it's an issue.
Well, then I've got to kill her.
Since we just did one of those, I'll do another one here, but I'll make this one that where everybody's going to go, oh, god damn it. The quote-unquote major hype bros. You've got Kurt Hawkins, Zack Ryder, and Mojo Rawley.
Mojo gets killed.
All right, can we all agreement Mojo Rawley gets killed?
Yeah.
No, I don't. I like Mojo Rawley. I'm a fan of Mojo Rawley over those two. So I would start. I can't marry him, but I'd fuck him. It's fine. It's hyperactive. It would be like an experience you just wouldn't forget. But I'd probably marry Kurt Hawkins because he needs some sort of pick me up after losing like 200 consecutive matches, and then I'd kill Zack Ryder just to annoy Peter.
Wow.
Yeah, fuck you, Peter. I know you're listening.
Oh my god. I guess fuck Ryder and marry Hawkins for the season-long Mets tickets.
Yeah, I think I might go with that, but not for the Mets tickets, just because I think that Kurt Hawkins is pushover, so I could just dominate that marriage and just be like, you do all the cooking and all that other kind of stuff like that. And Ryder's the best looking, so he gets the fuck. And Mojo Rawley, he was the easiest one to pick out of this. You get the kill. I would never have to hear Mojo Rawley ever again.
Monday Night Rally.
I do give them credit, though. I like the idea that they went with this whole, it's not Monday Night Rollins, it's Monday Night Rawley. But say Rawley. That's your name. It's Rawley, not Riley. What the hell? It's not Rally. Like, or any, oh, God, it just pisses me off.
All right, When Better Dead, the Undisputed Era, Adam Cole, Roderick Strong, and Kyle O'Reilly. I'll keep Bobby on the shelf, I guess.
Marry Strong, fuck Cole, kill O'Reilly. Strong seems like the nicest guy.
He does seem like the nicest guy, and so yeah, I think I'd probably go along the similar lines. Although even though Kyle O'Reilly does come across as a little bit bland on occasion, I think he's like really funny. With like if you just like paying attention to him from the outside of the ring and stuff like that, he's got a lot of character outside of it.
I'm marrying Cole, fuck Strong, kill O'Reilly.
I fuck Strong.
Yeah, well, Roderick. Does anybody have a tap out ready?
I have one again.
All right, go for it, because I didn't prepare any more than that Money in the Bank one.
Jeez, Tony.
Give you a few more minutes to think of another one then.
I've got a big ass list of porn stars. This took a while.
Okay, so I saved this one for Tony because I thought it would be quite good. So And Tony started the last one for me, so I'll let Rob start this one. So name as many as you possibly can, and there's a long list to go with of European champions.
Oh, god damn it.
So Rob,
British Bulldog,
Owen Hart,
Shawn Michaels,
D'Lo,
William Regal,
Shane McMahon,
Triple H.
X-Pac?
Yes.
yeah, continue.
Jeff Hardy.
Mhm.
RVD?
Yep.
How many do we have left?
Naked
Quite a
Minion.
lot.
Naked Minion, am I right?
Well, just Midian, but I'll give it to you.
Okay.
Val Venus?
Yep.
Jeff Jarrett.
Yep.
Road Dogg?
Eh.
Damn.
Yeah, no Road Dogg on this list, unfortunately.
Billy
There's
Gunn?
the-
One of them won
No,
one,
no.
right?
No Billy Gunn either.
Damn it.
One of
What
them
am I
won
thinking
the Intercontinental Championship. One of them won the
Hardcore.
Well, they both won the Intercontinental title, but
and they both
hardcore
won the
champions.
hardcore title. So
Yeah.
That's what I'm doing. I'm doing a hardcore then. Yeah.
Yeah. There's quite an extensive list of people that you've missed. Well, notable names.
yeah, there's like Perry Saturn, Eddie Guerrero. I was gonna get there.
Yeah,
but
got Kurt Angle, got
Christian.
Matt Hardy,
Oh, damn.
Owen Hart as well.
No, I got
No.
one.
Oh,
He
you
said
did say
Owen Hart.
All right. Mark Henry at one point.
That's
Oh,
where I
that's
was.
right.
That's where I was going next after Jeff Jarrett.
Chris Jericho as well.
Yes, that's true.
So look, I just wanted to do that just to fuck with Tony because he hates the European Championship.
Ugly ass belt. Oh, it's so terrible looking. Not as bad as the NWA championship, but still pretty damn bad.
Which NWA championship? The
Ugly
The-
one.
The main one, the actual NWA Championship.
the Mickey Mouse, the one they call the Mickey Mouse belt.
I don't.
Do
I don't.
They call that
Oh,
the Mickey Mouse belt? I didn't know that.
The one that Flair won at Starrcade.
Oh, I remember that one like it was yesterday. No, I don't know. I don't know which one you're talking about. But I think
all
it's
right.
just the one that's really like flat, like the one that Christian wore in TNA.
Yeah, that one.
Okay. Yes, that is the one I was referring to.
Yeah,
They
that's
call that
pretty
the Mickey Mouse belt?
Yeah, for some reason they call it a Mickey Mouse belt. I don't know why.
Yeah, I don't see it. There's no like. Yeah, I don't see it. I'm not looking at a picture of it now. Totally don't get it. Probably a Mickey Mouse design would look better than that one even.
It's because when you squeeze it, it goes ha ha.
Wed Dead or Dead. Vince McMahon, Eric Bischoff, Paul Heyman.
Ooh.
Kill.
Oh, yeah, you go ahead.
Fuck.
Yeah.
Mary.
That's a go ahead.
Those are your three options.
All right. I'm gonna. No, you can't do that.
Okay, so for the good of wrestling going forward, I'm going to kill Vince McMahon. And then I will marry Paul Heyman because he feels like he's the most interesting character. And fuck Eric Bischoff because, from all accounts, he's a bit of like a wild guy. So it'd probably be an interesting experience.
You got anything yet, Tony?
I think I'd have to kill Bischoff because I don't think that it would make as much of a splash. See, the first step that I did was I was like, all right, I got to rule out the idea of fuck Paul Heyman because I can't do that.
With Eric Bischoff, are you worried that it's going to be good for the first few minutes and then it's just going to really tail off at the end?
And if you marry him and you ever get a divorce, then he's just gonna keep coming back better than ever. So,
God.
And no matter what you do, he's always going to love Hulk Hogan more than he loves you.
And then there's the whole thing. You're gonna have to probably get in bed with Jason Hervey as well, and you don't want to do that.
well, I gotta go marry Paul Heyman because at least he's good conversation. Fuck Vince McMahon because of the grapefruits and all this other stamina that we've been hearing about, and kill Eric Bischoff.
I would also marry Paul Heyman, fuck Vince McMahon, and kill Eric Bischoff. Because, wow, the experience of both marrying Heyman and being in bed with Vince McMahon is probably something you would never forget. Maybe regret, but not forget.
It might be worth it just for the story.
Well, then you wouldn't be able to tell anybody because you get that hush hush money. All the more reason to do it, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah.
You know what? Let's go with this one. This one's fucking weird. Wed, Better, Dead. Vince, Shane, and Stephanie.
Okay.
Well, again, I'll kill Vince again just because I've already done it once before. I might as well do it again.
I think I'm gonna go marry Shane, fuck Stephanie, kill Vince.
Yeah, that's probably how I'd go it as well. Although Shane is getting more and more annoying for me recently, but
I'm gonna marry Steph. Probably fuck Vince and let Shane kill himself because he's bound to do it anyway.
We did this before with current champions, so let's kind of do that one. Wed, Better, Dead for the current women's champions. You've got Shayna Baszler in NXT. You've got Carmella on SmackDown and Nia Jax on Raw.
Okay. So Shayna Baszler is legitimately a scary thought. Like,
oh, this one's easy for me.
Just a terrifying thought. So I think I'm gonna go with.
I think you got to kill Baszler, right?
I don't know.
if you can.
I don't know. I don't know because
Nobody says you don't have a tank with you.
I don't think that'll be enough in some.
Well, she's not hot co. Come on.
Okay. Fuck Nia. Marry Carmella. Kill Baszler.
Marry Baszler. Just because I think she's got a lot of potential.
She's probably a super cool person. But...
Yeah, and she's got an MMA background, so she's probably loaded as well. So, and then you go fuck Carmella and kill Nia Jax.
I'd marry Nia Jax and fuck Carmella and kill Shayna Baszler.
Wow, you just don't want to pay for. You just don't want to pay for the size of a coffin, do you?
Jesus Christ!
A lot of good trees died for this.
Cremation. You don't pay by the.
I feel really bad for that as well. But it's just like,
oh, you should feel bad. That was a bad one.
It was a softball. I had to try and hit.
Let's see. Blind tag here. What do you two think of when I give you this word? You gotta pick a wrestler that comes on with that. Showman.
Shawn Michaels.
Went Shelton Benjamin actually for a weird one.
Wow, Shelton.
Just because, like, in the matches, he always tries to do something that's spectacular.
Good for Shelton getting a little bit of a shout out there. I like Shelton. Yeah. Nobody ever talks about Shelton.
Well, yeah, because it's not the mid 2000s anymore, and like Shelton, I loved Shelton growing up, but he was probably like that first exposure to, wow, this guy's really good, but they're just not gonna give it to him. They're just not gonna do anything with him.
Yeah, no one talks about Shelton anymore because Jim Ross isn't around saying that he's the greatest pure athlete in WWE history. Did you?
I got Smark's choice.
Oh, I was gonna say, did you put someone down for Great Showman? I assume it was Michaels.
I actually didn't think of any at the time. I was trying to think of a word to go with, and only thought of the word. But it's Smark's choice: Road Dogg or Billy Gunn.
Oh,
fuck!
God, Road Dogg is killing SmackDown at the moment.
However, if you erase Road Dogg, you erase With My Baby Tonight.
You erase.
I'm kind of okay with that.
Well,
you got to think if you erase Road Dogg, you erase the mouthpiece of a good portion of, like, I mean, you technically, if you erase either of these, you erase the New Age Outlaws, so that sucks. Yeah. But you erase at least the mouthpiece for that, and anything that he's done as far as like an agent, and you erase any positives in that kind of regard like that. But if you erase Billy Gunn, you erase the smoking guns, and you erase, I guess you could say a positive is his King of the Ring. But I never thought it was really that offensive. If you get rid of Road Dogg, then Billy Gunn is only Mr. Ass if he can come to that on his own. He probably stays Rockabilly for a little bit more. If you erase Billy Gunn, then Road Dogg could stay the roadie. There's stuff. Nobody's making out good in this.
That's a shitty one. Like, yeah, this is just a lose-lose.
Mm-hmm.
Or a win-win, depending on your perspective.
No, because either way, you're just left with shit. Like,
Oh yeah, exactly. But
I guess
think
I'm erasing Road Dogg.
I'm erasing Billy Gunn based on the sense that I got very tired of people referring to Billy Gunn as like this amazing athlete who could be a potential world champion when he was essentially just a teenage boy playing wrestler for most of his career. So,
wow,
well, he was like Mr. Ass. Like, oh, that's gonna be our world
funny.
champion. That's gonna be our world champ. That's gonna be our world champion at one point. Mr. Ass is gonna be the world champion.
I'd erased Road Dogg because in my mind I was like, Billy Gunn could have been a world champion. The one Billy Gunn, I think, like that could have worked.
The one Billy Gunn mode did, but like I think the Mr. Ass. I keep saying it because British, obviously. So the Mr. Ass thing, it's just like as soon as you have that, I just think, okay, you've got no credibility as a world champion going forward. That was your name at one point.
I don't know if this one's going to be hard or not. Rick Rude or The Miz?
Oh, huh.
I've got to delete The Miz. I love The Miz. The Miz is doing great, but like Rick Rude was so awesome as a heel at a time where like heels actually were hated people that did really get under people's skin and really did make the good guys feel like special. Whereas at this point in time, Miz kind of overawes a lot of the baby faces that he's feuding with. Is actually more popular than the majority of them.
I don't usually play to my age, but I'm going to play to my age here and delete Rick Rude because as good as he was, a lot of his moments, he was more of like a top heel for house shows. And you don't have a lot of major pay-per-view moments with Ravishing Rick Rude.
I think I want to get rid of Rude too. Hate to say it, but I kind of think maybe if Rick Rude wasn't around, Rick Martel would have been bigger.
Just because he was called Rick.
And they had like
they had
like,
very similar gimmicks as well.
Rude was better than Martel, but maybe when Rude isn't around, maybe Martel becomes a Rick Rude, kind of.
All right, here's a fun one. You got to get rid of one. Marty Jannetty or Jim the Anvil Neidhart?
Get rid of Marty.
No, you get rid of Jim. Just
oh wait, no, yeah, you get rid of Jim. Yeah, because if you get rid of Marty, well, if you get rid of Marty, you get rid of the barbershop segment.
Yeah, and if you get rid of Jim, you get rid of the massive like anvil that was holding Bret Hart back for the start of his career.
Yep. Yeah. Definitely get rid of Neidhart.
Also, there'd be a lot more cocaine in the world if Jim the Anvil Neidhart wasn't around.
well, the same could probably be said for Jannetty there.
Yeah, that's true.
I think I'd get rid of Jannetty. I like the Hart Foundation a little bit more than I like the Rockers.
I'm trying to think of one like kind of off the top of my head, really. Okay. You have to get rid of one. This would be a tough one for me, but you got to get rid of Eddie Guerrero or Rey Mysterio.
I'd get rid of Eddie.
Oh,
I think Rey is so representative of masked luchadors in America. Like, he is the guy for that. And Eddie was good and everything like that. Like, don't get me wrong. But I think that Eddie was just another one of those guys that was good. Whereas Mysterio, if without Rey Mysterio, we don't have, and this isn't like something to be like, oh, this is so crazy, but we don't have Lince Dorado, Kalisto, Grand Metalik, Sin Cara, or any masked guys really being a popular thing. That's like a whole subgenre, kind of.
This is so hard, and I'm just trying to find a way to logically just get rid of Chavo instead. But I gotta go with Tony and get rid of Eddie because I think at some point Ray would have found himself in WWE. And I think at some point they would have utilized him. I think as good as Eddie's top runs, well, then again, then you get rid of all his great matches just in general. So, you know what? Get rid of Ray because Eddie had better matches than Ray did. Get rid of Ray.
Who'd you go with, Callum?
Oh, I asked it, so I don't have to answer.
Oh, but hey, that's cheating.
I get rid of Ray just because Eddie Guerrero is my like. I'd say that would be my initial like, just heartfelt approach because Eddie's one of my favorite wrestlers of all time. So I'd have to get rid of Ray over him. But having to go through the tragedy of seeing Eddie Guerrero die at like such a young age, like maybe I could have done without that in my life. Like this like my formative years having to go through that. But yeah, I think I'd still rather just have the moments with Eddie.
Okay, so get rid of JBL's title reign or Jinder Mahal's title reign?
Oh, the two most...
Get rid of Jinder Mahal's.
No, you have to get rid of JBL. JBL's one for me. Just because at that time there was still hope for SmackDown before JBL, and then after JBL, they were the B show and always would be.
Well, I'm gonna go ahead and apply that same logic to getting rid of Jinder Mahal's title reign because I think that there was a lot of hope for SmackDown, and then Jinder solidified them as the B show. JBL, it at least, I think it worked better than a lot of people give it credit for. The Jinder Mahal thing did not.
Superstar or porn star, Tina Hot.
Either way, it's a terrible, terrible name. Superstar.
No, I'll go Pornstar for that because I have no idea.
Porn star.
Have you seen who is Tina Hot? Like,
I don't know.
are you pulling out these names out of like a directory, Tony? Like,
if you go to Pornhub and you just type under like the porn stars like section category and you just do like a search for hot, like think people will pop up and stuff.
We can do that as a new game. Tina Hot or Tina Not. Next, that's not
Tina Hot tags.
Wed Better Dead, Sasha, Bailey, and Ember.
What's the connection there?
They're all on Raw. I don't know, Tony.
I was like, wait a minute. There's more than 4 horsewomen.
Okay, fine. They were all NXT Women's Champion.
There you go.
Yeah, that's good.
Was it Sasha, Bailey, and Ember?
Yeah.
Marry Ember, fuck Sasha, kill Bailey.
Marry Sasha because like she's a boss and she's all about the bling and the money, so it's good. Fuck Ember and yeah, kill Bailey. That's so cruel. It's like killing a puppy or something.
I don't want to kill any of them.
You shouldn't have put it forward then.
Well, I was gonna play your game and go, well, I asked the question, so I don't have to answer. But
as soon as you get asked the questions, I change the answers. Or the other way around. Fuck
the other way around.
Porn star or superstar, Roddy Piper.
Probably both at this point.
It's a name that could work. Roddy Piper, Hot Rod.
Is there any game that we haven't done yet?
You're still gonna answer it, are you?
Oh no, I'm not going to because I don't want to.
That means all of them have to die.
No. Okay.
Because they're all in this machine, and you have to make sure that I don't know the nerve gas doesn't kill them. I don't know, something like that.
all right there, Joker. Kill. Fuck. Sorry, Bailey. Kill Bailey. Fuck Ember. Marry Sasha.
Oh, poor Bailey. She gets 3 kills.
Okay, how about this one for Wet Bear or Dead? It's a 3 Mae Young Classic quarterfinalists.
God, I thought we were going to go with Mae Young. I was like, oh.
No. Candice LeRae, Kairi Sane, and Tony Storm.
And that's all right. Kyrie Say and Tony Storm. All right.
Damn, that's tough.
Sorry, Kyrie. Kill Kyrie. Fuck Tony. Marry Candace.
All right, I can't marry Kyrie because we're not going to be able to understand each other.
Yeah, your accent's pretty bad.
Yeah,
it is. Plus, boats.
boats.
I'm going to marry Candace. Kyrie's cute, man. Like, you know what? Even though I think that a lot of people are going to think it's sacrilegious, I think I'd fuck Kyrie and kill Tony.
Tony's going to kill Tony. How about that?
More than one ways.
I'd marry Candace, fuck Tony, and kill Kyrie because at least I could give her a burial at sea.
I'm gonna blind tag you guys. Best? No, not gonna go with best. I always go with best. Worst commentator of all time.
My brain just immediately went to David Otunga.
Well, that's a really good one. I'm gonna have to go with.
You're not supposed to think about it.
That's supposed to be the first thing that comes to your mind.
Oh well. All right, my mind went to Don West, so I'll go with Don West.
I don't know if it technically counts because he wasn't really a regular guy, but the first one I thought of was the guy at King of the Ring that kept going, "Oh, how much does this guy weigh?
How much does this guy weigh?"
But yeah, David Otunga probably.
Yes,
he's pretty bad. I'll give another worst that's out there just because why the hell not? Worst tag team of all time. Oh. I thought of Killer Bees. I don't know why.
I went for the New Rockers of Al Snow and Marty Jannetty.
The Highlanders.
Oh, the Highlanders are a good one.
These are all real bad decisions. Leif Cassidy and Marty Jannetty, like.
See, now I'm thinking about it a little more. Just like loads of really shitty tag teams are coming into my head. Like
so many shitty tag teams.
Deuce and Domino.
I hated Deuce and Domino so much.
Yeah. Then the Heartthrobs.
Yeah, they came to mind too. All right, I'll flip it. Best tag team.
I always think of New Age Outlaws.
I go Los Guerreros. I loved Eddie and Chavo.
You can really tell the eras that you guys were formative.
Yeah, 2002, baby. It's all about that life.
Woo, 97.
Do you have your best tag team?
I would have said the Hart Foundation.
That's funny, dude. You're not the oldest one yet. You go with the oldest one.
Yeah. I know. I have a problem.
Let's see. I'm gonna do another Smark choice. We're at past the hour mark, but what the hell? Why not? Oh, that one's way too easy. Fuck that one. The one I was just looking at was Ryback or Mark Henry. Well, clearly we get rid of Ryback. Ooh. Oh, god damn, this one's tough. Jim Ross or Bobby Heenan? Oh, god damn it.
Oh.
That is awful.
I quit.
Yeah.
I had that in bold, and no wonder why.
Yeah, that's an awful one.
You're a terrible person.
How do you get rid of either of them?
I don't know.
All right, I'm gonna play to my age and just get rid of Bobby Heenan.
Yeah, explain it while I'm still pondering.
Yeah, I legit have no answer for this one.
Because, I mean, damn it, even though Bobby Heenan is probably the best color guy of all time, Jim Ross with the work that he did on commentary while we were growing up, plus the talent scouting while we were growing up. He's responsible for so much.
But Heenan.
Well, I know, Tony. Why'd you
Alright,
ask the question?
I'm gonna follow Rob's thing, but it's along the lines of Heenan's last years were quite depressing, with obviously the cancer and not being able to talk properly for a long span of time. So I'm probably just gonna go along that sort of lines. Like, I feel like Jim Ross still has stuff to offer, and has had a more rounded, not so much positive, but because obviously he's had his own share of tragedies as well, but had a more full life essentially.
All right, I got one. This should be fun. Tap out. All of the people Edge won the tag team championship with.
Oh, I've lost this one.
Who's going to start this one then, John?
All right, I'll give Tony a little bit of an advantage. Tony, started off.
Randy Orton,
Christian,
Rey Mysterio,
Chris Jericho.
Hulk Hogan.
Yeah.
Ooh, good one.
1,
Who else did he win the tag team championship with?
3, 4, 5, 6.
I really hope you don't get this because I don't have any others.
8,
No, I don't have any. That's official.
9, 10. Chris Benoit.
Oh fuck! You did have Chris Benoit.
I never would have gotten it.
That's the problem, because he's redacted in my mind, so I can't really choose it.
The fuck did I win that one?
You just got the one person that I just couldn't think of. He was the last one, wasn't he? He was the only other one.
He was the only one.
Yeah.
Yes.
I'll put one out there then, just to follow it up. Then, I'll let Rob go first for this one. Survivor Series sole survivors.
Andre.
Orton.
Hogan.
Ziggler.
Yep. 1, 2, 3.
Rock.
Asuka.
Roman.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Did you say Hogan?
I did.
Yes. 5.
Warrior?
Fuck you. Ah.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Is that not it?
5, 6, 7.
John?
Uh,
Ah.
I didn't have any other ones either.
John Cena has never been a sole survivor. He was one of the final two a couple of times.
I gotta know who was on this list.
So on this list, you've also got Mr. Perfect.
Was Beefcake on it?
No, Beefcake's not on it.
For some reason, I thought that was a possibility.
I'll just go through some of the bigger names. So you've got Mr. Perfect on there. You've got Ric Flair, Ted DiBiase, Razor Ramon, yeah, The Rock, the British Bulldog, The Big Show, Jeff Hardy, Beth Phoenix, Kofi Kingston as well.
Oh yeah, Kofi.
So yeah, there's quite a few people. Bart Gunn apparently is the sole survivor as well, which I found quite
What the fuck match was he with Soul Survivor of?
These are like some of the weird ones, because I'm just looking through it now. So like we've got Aja Kong, Bart Gunn, and the Interrogator from what was that group?
The Truth Commission.
Yeah, the Truth Commission is a sole survivor as well.
So that was 97, obviously. Wow, that was a really good one.
That was tough.
Yeah.
And there was a lot more to pick from too, and it was still just like, who's gonna remember the Interrogator? Merp, merp, merp,
You got one, Tony?
I was just kind of singing the Interrogator's theme. I do have a porn star or superstar though.
Well, yeah.
Davina Fly.
Davina Fly.
Pornstar. Why not?
Wrestler.
That is actually Thea Trinidad.
Wow.
Zelina Vega?
Yeah, she went by Davina Fly sometime in the past.
Wow, that's a really, really bad name. Like,
Oh, I know who's got the most porn star name out of all the wrestlers. Dolph Ziggler, for God's sake. Of course it's Dolph Ziggler.
How about this one? Switching it up. Josh Abercrombie.
That's too
God, that's
normal
miserable.
to not be a porn star.
That's miserable. He's got to be a porn star.
That's a superstar.
And your
Reverse psychology, 2 superstars in a row. I have no fucking idea. I wrote this list up months ago. All right, let's do like at least one more a piece kind of around here. That should do us in for porn star or superstar though.
Yeah.
Do us in.
Wed, bed, or dead. Let's go with. I'm gonna pick some people that are on the main roster now. No, I don't want to go with that. Never mind. Well, does anybody have a Wed, bed, or dead off the top of their head?
I have
Wed, bed, dead, or head?
I have a couple, but nothing that's kind of like more recent, but I can go with like more of a classic one.
Go ahead.
Okay, so this is one where you're going to roll your eyes a little bit. The Mean Street Posse, Pete Gas, Rodney, or Joey Abs.
I don't remember what the difference is between them.
Okay, I'll go with a slightly easy one then. So I'm going for 3 divas that pose for Playboy. Tori Wilson, Maria Kanellis, Candice Michelle.
Candice gets killed. Tori gets fucked. I'm marrying Maria.
Agreed.
Yeah.
I think I'd marry Tori and fuck Maria, but yeah, follow it along a similar pattern.
Actually, I just thought of 2 more Wed, Better Deads, and I think I kind of want to do both of them, even though I said let's only do one a piece. But
go ahead. We can deviate from the rules that we set ourselves.
3MB. Jinder Mahal, Drew McIntyre, and Heath Slater.
Kill Jinder immediately.
Kill Jinder.
I don't want to marry Heath because he's got kids.
Kill Jinder. Fuck Drew, marry Heath. Maybe switch that. Maybe fuck Keith, marry Drew. The important thing is that Jinder dies.
Yeah, I'd well, you could like marry Heath because he's got kids, so he's obviously a good family man. So yeah, I'll marry Heath and fuck Drew and kill Jinder.
Downside to that, though, you inherit having to take care of those kids.
Yeah, but yeah.
Yeah, but yeah.
He seems to be managing fine.
I think I'd pick marry Heath, fuck Drew, kill Mahal. Let's end on this note. This one could be kind of fun. The 90s women. We've got Sunny, Sable, and Marlena. Or Terry, but I'm going with Marlena.
Those are 3 crazy bitches right there. They're really like this. It's really they all have downsides and positives.
Mm-hmm. They're all hot, but at the same time, they're on the hot crazy scale.
No matter what you do with Sable, you have to have a run-in with Lesnar. That is the issue here.
You'd have to.
I would go, and I hate to say it because it's like, if you give me a list, say, and you say, here's the 3, how would you rank them in terms of the one that you think is the most attractive? Sunny, then Marlena, then Sable. But at the same time, she's been married to Brock Lesnar for a lot of years. And even though she was married to Mark Merrow and that failed, maybe that was on Merrow, I'd have to marry Sable. And by default, then I have to kill either Marlena or Sunny, and there is no way I'm not going to, in the 90s, not fuck Sunny. So, I have to kill Marlena, because she smokes cigars, and I don't like smokers.
All right, you persuaded me. I'm going to just piggyback off that and agree with you.
I'd yeah, I'd agree. I'd marry Sable because out of the three women, this sounds horrible to say, but like she held up the best out of the three of them. It's like she might have been the least attractive out of all of them in the 90s, but like if you just go for a course of time, she's kept pretty much the same, whereas the others went on a steep decline. And then I'd fuck Sunny because it's the 90s, so of course I'm going to fuck Sunny, and then kill Marlena because the Goldust thing, it's a little bit creepy.
So one more Smark's choice for you guys. One has to be erased from history. The other one sticks around and does whatever. Lex Luger or Ultimate Warrior?
Oh, God.
You guys play this game really well. I gotta tell you.
All right, I'm gonna delete the Ultimate Warrior because Lex Luger definitely had his flaws, but he wasn't, as far as I know, a racist or a homophobe and now doesn't have a legacy attached to him where we're supposed to think that he's great and amazing when he was actually just an awful human being.
I'm gonna actually delete Lex Luger because being more of a WWF kid, I was far more entertained by the Warrior throughout my childhood, so I'm deleting Luger.
I think I'd actually kill Warrior. I think I have like nothing to defend Luger with. That's the sad part.
But if you delete Luger, maybe Elizabeth is still alive. Who knows?
Well, that's a good point.
Oh, that's
All right, I'm not the only one who said fucked up shit here. Like,
I'd sort of put it this way: Luger wasn't as bad as people suggest that he was.
Blind tag. Who's the first person you think of when I say this? Fucked up shit.
Chris Benoit.
Yeah, that was Demora.
I'll do one more blind tag here. We haven't done one of these, so I'll do this one too. The first word that you think of when I say this person's name.
Did you say anyone?
No. I'm purposely building up some steam.
All right.
I want to blank your memories and stuff. So remember, it's the first word. It could be any word at all. When I first say this person's name. Juventud Guerrera.
Juice.
I thought Mexico.
I just thought of dangling hair.
He was the juice, man. He was great. we got to do a Smark announce table where we just commentate Juventud matches.
Superstar scores Hoovy. Needed to bring it back to Hoovy. So if anybody has another tap out ready, then we could do that. If not, then we could just call it quits.
I want to do another tap out, but like, if no one else is going to offer one, then I can't do it.
Well, all right, tap out. Name as many members of the Four Horsemen as you can.
Oh, God. That is
Who's starting?
Callum, you start.
Okay, Ric Flair.
Tully Blanchard.
Arn Anderson.
Ole Anderson.
J.J. Dillon.
I was going to go with that one. Dean Malenko.
Chris Benoit.
Mr. Perfect? Oh, Kurt Hennig?
Should I allow it? I'll allow it. He was with them for a month. I'll allow it.
Steve Montgomery Michael.
Damn it, that was the next one I had. Four Horsemen.
I've got one more in my head. That's all.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Chris Benoit.
I said that.
Oh, shit.
He said that. 6, 7.
Chris Benoit.
8.
It wasn't Perry
9.
Saturn.
You could have said Paul Roma. You could have said Brian Pillman. You could have said Lex Luger, which we just talked about. I'm surprised no one said Lex
Oh,
Luger.
God damn it.
Oh yeah, was Sting a Four Horseman at one point?
Sting was a Four Horseman at one point. Barry Windham was also a Four Horseman. These are names you could have said.
Sting, I'm surprised I didn't think of Sting. I'm surprised I didn't think of Luger. I had Pillman in the back of my brain. I thought that we had already said him. And there's no way I was going to remember.
In the podcast.
Yeah, it must have been that. I must have been thinking of pills.
Jesus.
Roma, there was no way I would have thought about Roma. I thought I really had it with Mongo. I was just kind of like, Mongo is fucking forgettable.
I
That'll
thought
be my
ace in the
whoever
hole.
said Roma would win.
I would have said it if Tony had thought of one more.
Fucking Mongo.
That
All
was a
right,
good
well
one,
that's a good way to end off. So this is Play the Game number 3. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this one. I know that people in the past have said that this is a fun little thing for us to do. And I needed to do something ahead of time that didn't require us knowing exactly what the hell went on like Raw and SmackDown and stuff. So as I mentioned before, this is recorded a couple of days ago. So by the time you're hearing it, then you know the future already. And by that time, what happened on Raw? You can probably
Leave it in the comments below.
Yeah. Tell us what you thought about this. Tell us what you thought about all the games too. If this is the first time around that you have been listening to this, what did you like the best? If this isn't the first time, then what did you think about Tap Out? Was that something that we should be making sure that we do in the future? I liked that around, so I'm pretty sure that we're going to keep this.
And if you liked it, suggest some Tap Out categories so Tony actually does some legwork this time.
Yeah, well, I've been doing a lot of work. I had one. That was it.
I'd like to implore WWE to go back to quarterly pay-per-views so we can do more of this and less of the pay-per-view reviews and previews and stuff.
Well, it's a good thing to not have to say. And the next time that you're going to be hearing from us is the pay-per-view, whatever. But actually, I think on my schedule, the next time after this will be the mailbag.
Already?
If I remember. Because if we're talking that this is going to be next week's edition, so this will be coming up on the 16th or so. So then that's...
This is a special one as well because it's the mail bag. Because it's May as well.
The mail. Yeah.
The mail bag.
Yeah, I think that's mailbag. And then the week after that, I think, is one of the blank weeks. So if you have any suggestions of what you'd like to see for the blank week, maybe I have a couple ideas in my mind of like we could go back to Superstar Scores and do Superstar Scores page, or maybe something's going to happen over the next 2 weeks that's going to have some kind of an effect on it. I don't know. Whatever suggestions you got for that, leave in the comments section below, and also start sending in those mailbag questions ahead of time because that is happening that week after that, or the week after this, I should say. All my weeks are all messed up. Point being, mailbag coming up soon, so send a bunch of questions. And best thing for you to be aware of when we post these videos, including this one that's already up, is to hit that subscribe button on the YouTube channel and click the little bell thing that says that you can check off notifications. Do that. You will get notifications on that. Apparently there's something called the notification squad that every single fucking YouTube channel says, but you're never going to hear me refer to it as join the notification squad and whatever. Fuck that. You can also follow us on Facebook and Twitter at SmarkOutMoment, and you can follow us on Facebook and Twitter like the separate people themselves, starting with Callum.
Yeah, you can follow me on Twitter at Wigmeister14, and you can check out my latest article, Superstar Stock Market on Ember Moon, on the Smark Out Moment website.
You can follow me at Dude Felice on Twitter and Instagram, and I believe I'm doing a finisher versus finisher article coming up soon for smarkoutmoment.com, so keep an eye out for that.
Yeah, that's being pivoted over to not a podcast anymore because I don't really like doing them and nobody else did either. It works better as a article instead. And you can follow me at Tony Mango and A Mango Tree and Fanboys Anonymous and plenty of other things to do. Too many things to do, too little time, lots of plates to spin, and a lot of them dropping around. And yeah, just thank you for listening to this as always, everybody. This has been another Smark Out Moment. We're being counted out.